Good morning, Karma Collector here. All right, I want to talk about something kind of serious here and kind of important, and no jokes or any of that. All right, I have I discussed it with my wife and Roger, and I've decided I've taken everything I've said about this shit with Fancy Miss Ellie. I've taken those videos down. Okay, all right, because and I'm not trying to be mean about this. It's just it is what it is, man. My wife is a mental health counselor. That's all she's done since college. Roger is a forensic psychologist. Okay, this isn't coming from me. These are coming from professionals. My wife diagnoses people. She can't write scripts because she's not a physician. She diagnoses people after several visits and then she sends them, she makes a determination. Should they go on to a psychiatrist and maybe get some medication? Do they need group therapy? Do they need to be hospitalized? There's various different things here in Boston that it's very progressive here, right? And Roger's been like he was a forensic psychologist for like 35 years, and it's still like what he's into. He still writes published papers, and he's into all of it. All right, he's worked with helping try to write figuring I can't remember what they call it, like figuring out what a serial killer is going to do, or like what their next move is through all of the data that they've collected through the years from them. You know what I mean? Things like that he's worked on. And Fancy Maselli is horribly mentally ill, and it's not funny. And when you're that mentally ill like that, you don't realize it. You don't know, right? Um, Now you would think that she watches these train wrecks the next day, but I mean, you guys, if you did that, then you wouldn't you think the next day, oh my God, what happened? And you wouldn't you take it down? You see what I'm saying? But here's my main issue, guys. We can't do anything with her. If I lived in Kentucky anywhere near that woman, I'd at least try to befriend her and try to get her some help. All right. Her husband has failed her. This is another one of those, and it's disgusting. Now, you guys know who Andrea Pia Yates is, right? Remember she drowned her 5 kids in the bathtub, one after the next? I'm not in any way comparing her to her, okay? But that woman was terribly mentally ill, having postpartum depression turning into psychosis, popping out baby after baby after baby. He had her crammed in some little like trailer thing with 5 kids while he's off at work all the time, having her homeschool him and all this shit. She's been in and out of the mental hospitals, and he just sat there and watched her fucking crumble, man, and did nothing about it. He did nothing about it. He failed his wife miserably. As far as I'm concerned, that motherfucker should have done some time. Okay? But anyway, where is her husband? Where is Mac? Where's her buddy Mac at? She seems like she's kind of level-headed and together, but then again, who knows? Why are they sitting back and is this entertainment value? Let's all laugh at Fancy Maselli nutting up. You guys, people have made whole pages just of her meltdowns and her, guys, they're in the search bar. If you type in Fancy Maselli, up comes searches of Fancy Maselli unhinged, Fancy Maselli freakouts. Can you imagine? And it doesn't bother her. There's a problem there, guys, okay? And I'm not trying to virtue signal. I don't do that. I know I'm a good person. I know I'm a kind person. I don't do anything to hurt anybody. I only try to help people, man. But if I'm calling you out, I'm talking shit about you, a.k.a. Gypsy and Wendy Adelson, it's because you deserve it and you're a piece of shit. And I was only doing that, calling her out, because I felt like she's coming for me and attacking me, and she was. And we know what the reasons are. We don't have to rehash it. Because she's not right upstairs. And someone needs to help her. We can't do it. But she's gonna end up doing something, man. All right? And I'm gonna hold her fucking husband and Mac responsible. This is absolutely despicable, guys. All right? So I'm not virtue signaling. I don't do that shit. In fact, I hate that shit. I hate seeing it. I can sense and sniff it out. Gypsy does this shit all the time. She fails miserably, but tries it all the time. So if you hear me mention Fancy Maselli in one of the previous videos where I'm tripping about everybody and all the content creators in general and her name, maybe I'll let one of them slip by. But the ones where I'm directly talking about her and all that, I took those all down. All right? I'm not going to exploit and ridicule a terribly mentally ill woman. I'm not going to do it. Okay? All right, guys? So that's what that's about. All right. See you in the next one.